friends, welcome to Code with Kartiki. Today we are going to explore list data type. So these operations we are going to see on list data type. So first one is create an empty list. So I will take here one variable and here I am creating one empty list. We know that in list data type square brackets are mandatory, and if I print this list on the console L1 and if I run this code, so I am getting this empty list, right? So in this way you can create an empty list in Python. So I will comment out this print statement. So next is define list literal. Literal means one constant you are defining, means directly you are defining one list, so that is the list literal. So I will take here L2 and square brackets I will take, and I will define one list 1 2 3 4 5 6. So these are the this list element, and I will print this L2 on the console. In this way you can define one list literal, right? So this is L2 we have defined. Next we are going to see create list using range function. So already we have seen range function. So how to create list using range function we are going to see. So to create list using this range function we have to use list function, and this list function always take one iterable, right? So now we will see. So for example L3 list I am going to create using this range function. So range function, what is the syntax? For example I want to create a list of only even numbers. So I will start this list from 0, then I will end up to 15. I will take, means it will give me elements between 0 to 15, and 15 will be excluded, and I want only even numbers. So that's why I will take here step of 2. So already in detail we have seen a range function, so you can check that video. Now this is the range function, so it will return us one range object. So whatever this range object output is there, so we need to pass to this list function. So for that I will take here list, and in this brackets I will give this range function. With this even numbers list will get created, and I will print this list on the console L3. So if I run this, so I got this L3. So it is containing only even numbers 0 2 4 6 8, right? So in this way you can create. So if you want even odd numbers, then you can give here 1. So if you want, so it is giving odd numbers, right? So in this way using range function you can create list. Next is using index access list element. We know that lists are ordered data type. Because of that we can use indexing and slicing to access list element. So if you want to access single element, at that time you have to use index, and if you want group of elements then you have to go for slicing. First we will see index. I will define here one list L4. I will take here data items 1 2 3 4 5. I will take here one boolean. I will take here one list, right? So this is my list, right? So using index we can access list element. So for example I want to access this true, so this boolean value I want to access. So what is the index of this true? First is 0, then 1 2 3 4 5. So at fifth index this boolean true is available, so I want to access this. So for that I will take first my list name and the index of that boolean data, so that is 4. If I run this, I got here 0 1 2 3 4 5 5. At fifth index that boolean data is available, so it has given me true, right? So now for example I want to access this list. So its index is 5, so this list index is now 6. So using this index I can access this list, right? So using indexes you can access single element of a list. Next is slicing. So slicing means, so using index you can access single element, and if you want group of elements you can use this slicing. So now here I will use this list only, L4, and I want to, for example, I want elements up to this 5. So to do slicing, first we need to give start index. So what is the start index? For example, 0. So 0 is my start index, so I will give here 0. End index, so end we have to give. So I want elements up to 5. So what is the index of this 5? We will first count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the index of 5. So for that, because of that, what we need to do, we have to give end value as 5, because whatever the end you are giving, it will be excluded when you are doing slicing, right? So 0 to 5 we have given, and now we will print this on the console. So if I run this, I got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means using slicing you can access list element. Then looping is there. So looping means you can iterate over this list, and one by one you can access list element. Means you can loop over the list. For example, I will take here one list, 22, 33, 44, 55. So this is my list, and now I want to iterate using for loop. So for I in L5, and I will print this I on the console. So I means this list element. So what this for loop is going to do, one by one it is going to access each list element, and it is going to print here. Means you can you can loop over this list. So now these are my list element 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. So for example, you want to do some operation on this list element, then what you are going to do, you are going to loop over, and once you are getting this element, you are doing some operation. For example, I want to multiply by 2. I want to multiply each element, each list element by 2. So if I run this, I got this output. Means in this way, using loop you can iterate over this list elements. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like the content of my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon to get notification. And if you have any doubt, you can comment below.